What's up, everyone? I hope y'all are doing great. I'm doing great. My name's Berber, and welcome back to another Minecraft video. Great to see y'all again. I don't know how I got chainmail armor on, but we've got it on anyways. So, we are back with a fort update video. And what I mean by this is we've done a decent amount of work, still by no means anywhere close to being done. But we did get some flags up. We've got interior done. We've got the towers finished off mostly. Still need to come back and work on the flags, but yeah, it's gonna be fun. And I know it doesn't look that appealing, but honestly, for in terms of an actual fort, like I think that kind of paints the picture for you. Let me go back to that view, and if we just come to this part, it does look like a fort. So I am proud about that myself. And one of the other really cool things I wanted to show you, when we start getting a little armory down together, it does not appear that it appears that we have a limited use of item frames. So the interior is going to look a little dull since we can't put items up on the wall, but we are pretty much done. We did add trapdoors all the way around, and one of the reasons why is because I really started thinking about the functionality of this fort, and I thought about doing it in just this final video and explaining that, but the actual functionality of this fort is pretty much done, and it's pretty much just the cosmetics and a few other buildings and just finishing out this, and that is pretty much all we have to do left on this. So we walk I don't even know where I want to start, but I think it's really cool. I don't know if everyone, I know a lot of people think about the aesthetics of Minecraft builds, which that looks like an impenetrable fortress to me, but let's go ahead and start just thinking and putting yourself in the situation, and this fort's actually under attack. So I want you all to start thinking about that. You've got troops coming in from here. You'll probably have troops coming in from another side as well, starting to lay siege to this castle. So we've got our trapdoors here, and there's no way up on this wall from this ground level. There's no way up. They would have to do ladders to get up or something like that. So that's the only way that this wall can be overrun. If they simply bash down the main gate, they still have to get up on this wall. So that's why these trap doors come up. It provides protection for the soldiers that would be shooting down at these attackers coming in through this main walkway area. And we put them all the way around to here, where they can still kind of get a view of that main gate and shoot in from that way. And so, but say the wall is being overrun or an attack's just begun. So we went ahead and added trapdoors here that can be lower and or raised, depending on what. And they have views of this side of the wall, and would also be great to say if this wall is overrun, but the keep's actual like solid gate hasn't been taken yet, so they're trying to get into this side. They can shoot the attackers trying to bust through this door right here, and as you can see, the wall is, they're looking right through here. And another thing I added, did I close those? Yes. Another interesting thing I added, not the most realistic, but it is functional, is we've added trap doors. So say there's a soldier here and they're fighting, they can fight off through the protection. This just makes it a bit more difficult to get up on these walls here. So that is where we are at with this side of the wall. And I'll go ahead and just show you all, but it is also like that on this side of the wall as well. A little bit more hidden actually, just because the landscape gives them that opportunity to. But I'll go ahead and show you a little bit different setup we had to do on this side, but it is still the same function, except they could be attacked, so it might not be the best thing. And we might actually expand that. Since it is not right at the door, it might actually be beneficial to expand it out here that way. So I think that actually is what we are going to do. And then we can actually do that right now. we need our dark oak trapdoor. Where is that at? Here it is. And that's actually it. That's actually all we need for this. So we want to expand out 1, 2, 1. Yeah. So this kind of limits the ability to stand right here and attack because that archer is going to wreck your life. And yeah. So this door has it's been attacked, so they have fallen back. And I want to show you, I think, which side do I want to show you? I want to show you, I want to show you this side first. So this side would be the main way attackers would have to come through. And that's because the king's living quarters and only staircase up to the second floor of the keep is on the other side, where we just came from. So we have a door here. We did add a tower. I don't want to get too much into the details of this, just because there will be a final, but in terms of functionality, these archers are protected up here as well to rain down fire as well. So yeah, so the keep's outer wall has been breached, so they have rushed up here. I've locked the door behind them. You have rooms in here, but the secondary wall should be able to hold off. And one of the main things, even if this, so they're bashing through that door and are now coming through the main gate, but we do have archer towers here that they can shoot down, and if you can get the full picture, this door would be closed through there. So putting them right here, these go out. So yeah, they can have an extended platform if they need, or they can shield themselves better like this. And the other interesting thing is, look at this. So say there is a door in there. I don't know if you can see it from here, but there is a door right there. So that would close if this castle or fort comes under attack. So these could open up and archers in here could fire at attackers trying to bash through that door, keeping in mind that these walls still have full range of the situation. And then obviously we have our archer towers here, which more for looks, not the most practical, but it is more for looks. So they've breached the gate and are now, we came in over here. So they are over here now. Okay, we're just going to have to take the door then. But this is this tower. So they breached through there. They might be trying to brush up these stairs. So people are going to have to be fighting here, while archers are going to have to be standing on these platforms right here. And oh boy, do we have to go in again, or can we just land on that platform? Yeah. And they won't have as range to the door, but they will have range to the staircase. Well, that's why we put in multiple. That's why we have it in. So there we go. And now we have these. This is pretty interesting. We have trapdoors here, so say that, and that doesn't look the most realistic, we might put something there, but say this section has just been completely overcome. There is no other way into the castle from this side except for these staircases. So they can close these trapdoors, makes it a lot harder for them to come up these stairs, would have to jump in all their armor and everything. And we have that same thing over here, just depending on which side of the castle would fall first. So moving on along, say this side gets attacked as well. We have that door here, another wall to this side. So let's say they come in through this side. Let's say they're able to breach through this door, and let's see what they're facing up against. So this is the side that the king's living quarters is primarily on. It has an entranceway into the castle. We have a tower up here, which archers can be shooting through the staircase as people are coming up that ladder, just because this side needs to be a little bit more heavily defended. And that is because we have that door to the wall, and we have the door to the inner keep. which that is not good if that door falls, but hopefully this door will not fall just due to the added defenses of that. So that is why we have a little bit of extra defense, a little bit of a tighter passage here that fighters would have to fight through to even get up here. And here's the ladder here, so just coming up here would be disorienting as well. And that's kind of why I like this castle build so much, just because it honestly feels like it could be an actual fort in terms of realism and how it's been put together. And I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't consider when building Minecraft. Is certainly not something that I often consider, but just when I went along and kept looking at it, this actually does seem like a fortress, then I kind of went with that option as well. Oh yes, and I forgot to show you all, we do have in these towers here, we do have the ability to open these trapdoors and further attack the enemy who is trying to come up these stairs. So that's the functionality of this. I'll go ahead and talk about a little bit just the update progress, just because I think you all have pretty much seen most of it except the added stuff that I went over. So we have came in and added to the throne room a little bit. We still need to put a fireplace over on this side. I think we want to do that, but we did add a keep in mind this is a smaller fort, so this isn't like where a king or something would live, so it would be like a local lord or something like that. So this is where, you know, people would meet, gather, eat, and everything like that. And then we do have the kitchen, which is relatively small. I don't know, it's in 1.13, keep in mind, so we don't have access to all the blocks, but we do have a little furnace over here and another stovetop as well. So they could, like, I don't know what would make more sense, maybe put a half slab one below actually. So then we just have a little meal prep station, counters, and sinks areas. We do need to add wells still and everything like that, like I said. I kind of like that open actually. And we've left some of the original stone in here, as this is all stone as well. We'll probably put carpet down eventually. But if we come over here to this side, up, that's the only staircase up here, which is why I said this side is crucial. We have the Lord's armor in full diamond. And then we have just a regular armory for probably the king's, or I mean the Lord's guard. That's what would be in here. And yeah, armor sets and everything. And then we have the war room here. Obviously, I just went ahead and collected maps that were basically around me. Not a whole lot's been built, so hopefully this will actually stay updated with what's being built around this plot, which is actually pretty cool, because I don't know how many of these plots have been claimed, but if we can get more builds like that around, I think it would be super cool to just see this completely filled out. So that is that. And going upstairs now, we have a nice little sitting area. We're going to add something over here. Not quite entirely sure yet, but there's only 3 big paintings in this game, keep in mind, so filling up a bunch of walls, but I think that is a fairly medieval looking painting. And just a bookshelf. We have a furnace for when it gets colder out. We can keep that, I guess. And then we have where the king can come look out. If there ever is a need for attack, this glass could be broken, and archers and the king could flee to out here as like a last stand. I don't know why I keep calling him king when I said it's not, but a lord. We have the mountain overlook area, which could be dangerous if people get up here, but it is a sheer cliff on that side, so I don't think we have to worry about that. Just a little desk where people would come up and give papers and he could review them. And then of course we have the Lord's chamber here with a nice fireplace. One of the other paintings, almost a little bit Renaissance-y, but we're gonna have to roll with that. We do have one of the sole windows in this castle, and it is overlooking this wall. That's just because this castle is so bulky that, well, let me get a stone brick just so I can immediately replace it. But it's too thick and it goes into another part of the tower, so we can't just have windows everywhere. But we do have a nice little sitting area as well. So that is pretty much the major updates, and I hope you all join me rambling on a little bit about like kind of why I like this castle build. But I don't know, I just think it's interesting to think when you're creating, to think about what's actually going to be happening. So it helps define the spaces a bit more and why spaces are like they were. So I did not mean to pull that up, but I just want to say honestly thank you all for watching. If you made it this far, go ahead and comment something in the description about what you liked. Which part of the defense seemed the most realistic, which part seems the most unrealistic in what I described. And then if you have any suggestions for what to do with this massive area outside, because I don't want to just leave it blank, I want to fill that in. I want to fill this plot basically as big as I can, or as much as I can. So if you have something, we have the armory there, and we're going to put like a tavern. Tavern might go on the outside actually, so we could have a tiny bit of city, but I don't know, maybe more like a mess hall for troops, and then like I said in the last one, barracks maybe. But if you think this should be more like farmland or something like that, just let me know in the comments below. And if you like this video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and if you are really feeling brazy, go ahead and share it with a friend. And that is all. My name is DeBarber, and I will see you all later.